Injury updates on Boye and Lindsey.
Boye hurt his shoulder, and Lindsey has a toe injury. I don't know the severity of them just yet.
And as a follow-up, as Tennessee moved into the red zone there, what was sort of the thinking on not using any timeouts to buy some time?
Well, it was twofold there. One, their field goal kicker had obviously been having his problems, so I didn't want to extend the drive to where they could get closer, number one. And number two, we would have used the timeout, but we got the running back out of bounds. We would have used the second timeout, but they threw an incompletion, which would have given us one left when we got the ball back. So that was part of the thinking there.
Next one, Troy Wright.
Coach, you had a chance there when you get the ball back with 5 minutes left, and Jeudy, while having moments where he excelled, that drop. How do you, talk to a young player about that? What did you see in terms of how that might have prevented you from sealing this game?
Well, he dropped the ball. He's not the first guy that's done that. Won't be the last. We expect him to catch that. He expects himself to catch it. It would have put us in field goal range and given us a first down. But those are the mistakes that can cost you when you're playing a good team.
Next one, Eric DeLala.
Yeah, Coach, two for you. First, in the first half when you went for it on 4th and goal, what went into the decision there to go for it instead of kick? And then secondly, how did you think your secondary handled AJ's departure?
We're inside the one there, to get a touchdown in what, against a good team there. So I had no second thoughts there. Wasn't one that I agonized over. We were going to go for that. And the secondary, I thought, adjusted as good as they could, once we lost AJ. That put Bassie in the game on a full-time basis in our nickel stuff. Callahan had to go back out the corner and play the other side, which had been new for him. So I thought overall they handled it well.
Next up, Zach Stevens.
Hey, Vic, what happened in the second half with Noah Fant? He was really sharp in the first half, and then the second half only had one target.
Well, we had a couple 3-and-outs there, which, if you get 3-and-outs, you're not many people are going to get many targets. Was a big problem. So it's probably a product of that more than anything else.
Next one, Artie Stapleton. We'll skip Artie. Next up, Lindsey Jones.
Hi, Vic. How do you think Drew did in his first real live action in Pat Shurmur's new offense? How would you what would your initial grade on him be?
I think it was good without, watching the tape. I thought he played well. He was in command of what we were trying to do. Made some plays, both with his arm and his feet. I was pleased with the way Drew played. I know when you only score 14 points, you think that the quarterback wouldn't have played well enough, but I think he did.
Go ahead, Artie Stapleton.
Yeah, Vic, did Cortland come close to being able to play today? You expect him to play next week? And then I have a second one for you.
He was close to playing, but, it came down to a decision that wasn't hard. To decide whether a guy can play or not, one, he has to get final medical clearance, and we never really got that. And I believe Cortland, kind of felt the same way. So, and what was the other one?
And the other one was, if you could just comment on the flag that negated the Michael Amugie's interception there when it was still 7-7.
Yeah, I didn't see it, so I really can't comment on it. So until I see it, I don't know.
Time for a few more. Next one, Mike Kliss. We'll skip Mike. Go ahead, Kyle Newman.
Hey, Vic, how do you think Michael Ojemudia played today, and what were some highs and lows for him?
I think overall, again, without watching the tape, and it's hard to see him when he's playing the corner on the other side of the field from our sideline. I thought he hung in there and played pretty good. I'll have a better idea after I watch the tape. But, for a rookie to come in and play that much, especially when he missed a good week or 10 days of camp, I think he probably played pretty good. And we're happy to have him, and we like his future.
Last one, Mike Kliss.
Yeah, Coach, are you concerned just about all the injuries with your team going forward?
Well, yeah, I mean, nobody likes to see injuries first off, from the standpoint of the guys individually. And, but we're good enough to overcome them. Yeah, I believe that. You know, we almost won the game tonight. I know almost doesn't mean anything, but we were competitive and played good and tough football. We had our chances in spite of all those injuries, and, you know, we'll keep going at it that way.